Under new business, case number 16085, TODD for special permit, variance to erect a new 9-unit residential building with parking on the ground level in premise number 92 Sagamore. The applicant representative here.
Yes,
Counsel?
John Kavanaugh will be here doing the presentation.
You have the floor.
Attorney Tom Kavanaugh, also present is Mr. Egan, who's the applicant, the trustee of the Sagamore Trust. Mr. Chu is here as well, he's the architect on the project. This property is located at 92102 Sagamore in the North Quincy area. The lot's currently 7,358 square feet. It's currently zoned business B. We're here tonight seeking certain variances as well as special permit. Currently, the property is used as for commercial use. Mr. Egan actually operates a plumbing business out of there. Electrical out of there. Currently, what's on there is the lot's improved by a 1-story building. What he's seeking to do is demolish the existing structure and then construct a 3-story building which would house approximately 9 residential units. As you can see here, he's proposing parking at ground level, garage. This is Sagamore Street. The means of egress and access here would be off of Prospect Street. It wouldn't be off Sagamore Street, and for lack of a better term, Sagamore would be probably a busier road. So that access is going to be right off of Prospect Street. We're proposing 14 parking spots with a handicap parking spot here. The project now, or the units, the 9 units would be comprised across 3 1-bedroom, 1-bath units. There'd be 1 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath units. There'd be 4 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and 1 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. The units are going to range from approximately 685 to 1,300 square feet. Right now, we comply with height, lot width, frontage, the number of units, as well as parking numbers. However, we're here seeking certain variances relative to the lot size, the FAR, and the lot area per dwelling unit, as well as setbacks, GAR, and by the dimensions of the lot, also essentially parking as well. If you look at the lot is kind of an oddly shaped rectangular lot. It's a corner lot, so we feel that it does present certain hardship to the land. That's our basis of now requesting this relief. The lot size is obviously pre-existing non-conforming. It's, as I indicated, 7,358 square feet. If you look at some of the other lots in the area, those lots in the area, they're approximately around the same size. Not a lot of the lots do conform to the 14,000 square feet as required. The total ratio of the floor area, currently the ratio is 8. What's being proposed is 1.46, so it's a little bit over what's required. The ratio required being 1. The reason that that's essentially going to happen is currently in the back of the lot is pavement. It's currently paved, there's no impervious ground. What he's looking to do is essentially deconstruct the building and then build the lot a little bit further to the back of the lot. So it would be covering essentially what the pavement is. That would be the increase in floor area to lot area. It's not that he's covering green space or anything like that. As indicated, there's existing pavement there. So we'd request a finding and a variance for that. As well as the next would be the minimum lot area per dwelling unit. Currently there's no dwelling units in the property, as indicated. It's commercial use. The project would be 818 square foot per dwelling unit, where the requirement's 1,800. If you look at some of the surrounding lots there is a building there that I think houses approximately 12 units there. And you look at those calculations, I think that this is pretty similar to that. In addition, a lot of the structures around there aren't residential in nature. There are some commercial businesses in that area. So I think what we'd be doing is we'd be bringing a nice residential project to a commercial area, and then North Quincy area that's accessible both to the T, to the high. I think would draw certain buyers to that area. The minimum setbacks, currently the front setback, as you can see on the plan, it's pretty much right on the front of Sagamore Street. It's about 6 inches. We're looking to maintain that. We're not looking to encroach it anymore, not that there's much more to give, but we're looking to maintain what's currently there. In addition, if you look, there's really no rear because of the frontage, it's Prospect Street as well as Sagamore. So you look to the left and to the right setbacks. What we're looking to do is approximately on the left side and on the right, it's going to be about 3.2 feet. The reason for on the left is because there's a means of egress off the back, so that's shown here. As well over here, here's the lot line there, so 3 feet 2 inches. Also, green area space per dwelling unit. The zoning ordinance calls for 400. Proposed project would have this coming in about 85 square feet. However, as I indicated, the majority of the lots in this area are primarily covered by the structures. There's a lot of lot coverage over there, so we don't believe that any of the requests that we have here tonight would in any way aggregate the surrounding areas. We think that it's in conformance and congruent with the other lots in the area. Any questions? Mr. True's here, he can answer any questions.
If, have you gone to the planning board at all yet?
We've filed with them.
You haven't met with them?
Well, we met with, yeah, we met with the planning department, we met with Mr. Batsy's a number of times. This is the design that we came up with after meeting, we probably met with them at least 4 times. This is the design that we came up with, that we showed them, and that
But they haven't reviewed it.
the planning board has, the planning department has.
Any questions of the board members? I missed one thing here. I got, in 3 1-bedrooms, 4 2-bedrooms, 1 2-bedroom, 2 bath, 2.5 bath, and there's 1 other one.
So essentially there's, there's 4 1-bedrooms and 5 2-bedrooms. Really the difference in the makeup is going to be the number of baths.
All right. It's 4, 4, and 1. 4, 5. Any questions from the applicant?
I have one question. Did you ever consider making the footprint a little smaller, or going up maybe another story or something like that?
After,
I'm thinking about green space. I'm thinking about
Right.
not being right onto the end of the property line.
yeah, I think when we met with planning, it seemed like the 3 stories was kind of where they wanted. We reconfigured the units. There was more units when we started. We kind of parsed that down. What we didn't want to do was go too high in that neighborhood. So we thought that the 3 stories, and I think the city thought at that point that was adequate, and that the number of units fit as well.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
I got one from the camera.
All right, you can come back. You can come back, that's all right.
Mike,
I get those once in a while, I walk in a
Mike's
room and say,
screwing
what am I doing in here?
I know the
Myself.
applicant's pretty familiar, obviously, because you own the building. It's a pretty dense street, especially overnight. Is there like any, I mean, the people park in front of your building right now overnight all the time, correct?
Right.
And is that the same on Sagamore? Because I'm not familiar with I know.
I mean, I leave on
Prospect.
5 o'clock, so I don't really know what
See,
goes on
yeah.
overnight there, but, you know,
I mean, I'm
during the day, the people that work in my office park on the street.
Okay,
I'm
so
really
they
the only
typically
one
can
that parks
find
in the back.
parking on the street during the day. I mean, I don't know, I pick up and drop off from the train, and sometimes
Right.
I'll see it, and I'll be like, it just looks fairly dense. So.
It is, yeah. But we have parking underneath
Okay.
for residents.
A question for you.
Mr. Jim, you all set, Mr. Riedel?
Yeah, right now.
You have frontage on 2 streets, so and it's a square, it's a rectangular lot. So I'm confused about the problem that you're having with the shape of the lot being the hardship. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, so. So I think where you are kind of fronting on two streets there, it almost, to me, and I think in looking at it, it almost makes it I think it makes it oddly shaped. It's tough to put something on there where you try to retrofit something on there where you have two frontages, no rear, and really two sides. So I think that the way that it is shaped, I think when we were trying to go through the plans and trying to put something on there, that did pose a hardship to us.
I kind of share my colleague's opinion that the density to me is a little bit strong for this neighborhood and for this lot. I mean, I think creatively, with a rectangular lot and two street frontages, you could possibly come up with something that could work, give you some green space, make it, don't use every possible inch of this lot, and come up with something better for the neighborhood, just my sense.
I mean, I'm not sure that he's completely adverse to going further up. I think you can go further up and you can get some negative feedback that you're going too high and that a building's going to be too high in that area. And I think, then obviously you get some negative feedback that it covers too much of the lot. But if the building's shorter in height and not so stark in the neighborhood as being so high.
Also, road parking.
Maybe you put 14 spaces.
I'm just saying.
So Brian, you,
I got him. He's back.
all right, Mr. Holmes up.
Rental or condos?
Rental.
Okay. Forever?
Well, as long as I own it.
Thank you.
I think we,
Gervais, you have-
I was just a little bit more of a comment, Mr. Chairman. I kind of think that this is something, they're asking for a lot from us, and I'm not necessarily opposed to all that, but they could go to planning, come up with something different. And we already kind of gave away, everything. I wonder if we should.
And I understand what you're saying, and it's come up with something in the parking, like you say, later on is tough. I don't know, do you put a building there with, I don't know, two things parking, because that's all you have? Parking on the street, and they won't park on the street there anyway.
Well, I think the residents will have to park in there.
No, they'll be inside, but everyone coming over to visit.
I mean, the nice thing is there is an open field next to it, so it's like, but that street gets, like overnight, I mean,
Oh, I know.
if you drove there right now, that's both sides of that street. are-
Well, the summertime stuff too.
Yeah.
All the games and stuff like that, they're fine. Kids in the park. All right, let's get through the hearing and then we can. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor? Speak in favor? First call, second call. Third call closed. Correspondence?
We have a letter from DPW, and it's addressed to us. We have reviewed the submittal for the above referenced project, and our comments are as follows. Drainage, 1. A stormwater management report conforming to DEP stormwater regulations need to be submitted. Stormwater report must demonstrate compliance with the 10 stormwater management standards. The pre-development watershed plan and a post-development watershed plan with the flow paths should be included in the report. The plan should indicate whether there are areas outside the limits of the property draining to the site, identify off-site areas draining to the site to establish locations and potential quantities of off-site drainage flow that would need to be collected or site graded, provided to manage the additional flow on the site. 2, explain how the runoff from the roof will be disposed. Water. Perform water flow tests with the city's water department, specify the size of material for the domestic and fire services, install curb stop valves and boxes on the sidewalk. Connect the proposed hydrant directly to the mains in Prospect Street, providing a new 6-inch gate for the hydrant. The existing hydrant pipe should be cut and capped at the mains. Cut and cap existing water service at the connection with the mains. Sewer. You recommend a straight run for the proposed sewer service pipe. Also indicate the material, size, and slope of the sewer pipe where the connection is proposed. A clear cut is required for any change of direction. The proposed cleanout of the sewer pipe should have 2 22.5-degree elbows and 1 45-degree elbow. Details can be obtained for the sewer department. 2, the existing sewer pipe to remain in service shall be camera inspected and tested for structural You got it.
Punctual.
You got it right. Integrity. Submit the inspection report for review before construction. That was a tough one.
Times of time twisting.
Good. All sewer pipes should have a minimum slope of 1%. A new manhole should be installed at connection with the main. Provide oil grease separator for the garage floor and connect it to the sewer main on the street. Indicate the material, size, and slope of the pipe when the connection is proposed. Okay, general. 1. To require the existing sidewalk and wheelchair ramp in front of proposed development to be reconstructed instead of individual patchwork for utility trenches and driveway entrances. The applicant should provide ADA, AAB compliant sidewalk and wheelchair ramps at all crosswalks within the site. In addition, the curb should also be reset or replaced prior to the construction of the new sidewalk. 2. Install stone or concrete survey monument to delineate the public right-of-way. The monument shall be set by a professional land surveyor and be installed prior to the acceptance of as-built plans. 3. Indicate whether there is any soil contamination on the site and any hazardous material from the existing building. 4. Revise the plan to show the limit of work, propose erosion control measures during construction. 5. Explain how to handle solid waste disposal, verify the ability of a trash truck to maneuver within the main circulation drive aisle. 6. Confirm the house number to be used with engineering division, Department of Public Works. Number 7, the developer proposes a very tight building footprint from city streets and abutting properties. Will there be any easement to set up for construction activities? In addition, will there be any permanent structures including foundation and balcony on the city's or abutters property? That's question. 8, will there be any landscape facilities for the residential development? 9, provide construction details including utility connections. 10, upon completion of the project, as-built plans showing all utilities, building footprints, reference bounds and benchmarks, defining the public site, the total site, the facilities and right-of-ways need to be submitted along with a digital file. The as-built plans shall be stamped and signed by a professional land surveyor or professional engineer. An elevation certificate also be submitted if the property is in a flood zone. If further information is required, please advise.
That was good. Good job, brother.
I went to public school in New York State, by the way.
Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Opposed or undecided, first call?
I got not opposed, just undecided.
Okay.
I'd just like to say that I wish that you would continue this, let it go to planning. It's being advertised in the Ledger tomorrow. It is on the agenda for the next planning board on February 8th. So a couple more weeks, they can wait. They are asking for a lot. I'd like to see the plans when they post them more. I haven't seen them that much, and you know, nothing wrong with just taking it slower. So seems like there's a good chance after peer review gets through with it, let them look at everything, and you know, they approve it. It looks like you're gonna get approved here too. So, but let it go to planning first, please. You did that on Bridge Street where it's confusing
Thank you,
right
John.
now. Please, thank
Is
you.
there anyone else, opposed or undecided? Second call, third call? Call that part of the hearing closed. You know, I'm not opposed to that, because I know it's a tough site, I know parking's tough and everything else when you're in a lot that big, but, you know, I mean, some of the colleagues here, what I'm hearing, wanna go to plan and then come back 2 weeks? Then we can,
That would help the board, excuse me if I could get that would
Yeah.
help the board and answer some questions for you. And I think both working together may be beneficial, not only for you, but for the public, to make a better decision. So we have no problem with that at all.
and you're gonna be finished, do you think, with them?
I think, I spoke to say that we're gonna move quick on that. And again, this is something that was not, it did not just come up, it was numerous
No,
things with planning as far as what they wanted.
I know, Council, to get something in there with the parking,
Yeah.
for the size of it, and we understand that.
So we worked hard with the department to get exactly what they were looking for, so.
So why don't we make a motion, if that's okay with everybody, the 14th, what do we do on the 14th? Doesn't matter anyway, we already had a hearing, it's just a decision. 14th? Take it?
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, matter 16-0, used for a special permit variance to erect a new 9-unit residential building with parking on ground level of the premises level 92 Sagamore Street in Quincy, and make a motion to continue the hearing to the 14th of February.
Second. On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
That angers me, I think.